If you can program your favorite TV shows to record, you can program the remote for your motorized shades. Today, we're going to show you just how easy it is. In this short video, we're going to discuss how to pair and use your remote, saving and changing limit settings, setting up and using a favorite position, adjusting the motor speed, and performing a factory reset. Be sure to use the included installation instructions for additional reference as needed. Notice the P1 button on the motor head. You will use the P1 button for a few of the remote settings. Let's start with pairing your shade's motor to your remote. Select the channel you want to use. Let's try channel 1. Press and hold the P1 button for a couple of seconds until the shade jogs down and up once and then beeps once. Quickly hold the stop button on your remote until your shade jogs down and up twice, then beeps 3 times. Your shade is now paired to channel 1. Your remote can operate shades on up to 15 channels. We highly recommend programming only one shade to each channel to avoid complications during programming and operation. Now that your remote is paired, let's get familiar with your remote's functions. The up button to raise your shade, the stop button to stop your shade while it's in motion, the down button to lower your shade, channel increase and channel decrease. If your shade lowers when pressing up and raises when pressing down, then you'll need to reverse your motor direction. Simply press and hold up and down simultaneously until the shade jogs once and beeps once. Make sure the directional buttons function properly before you continue. Let's talk about setting your shade's upper and lower limits. So, with our shade paired to channel 1, we still haven't set our upper and lower limits. As it is now, the shade will raise or lower infinitely and won't know when to stop on its own. This could damage the shade and motor. To set the upper limit, position your shade until it's in your desired upper position. Then, press and hold the up and stop buttons at the same time until the shades jog twice, then beeps 3 times. The upper limit is now set. To set the lower limit, position the shade at your desired lower limit. Then press and hold the down and stop buttons at the same time until the shade jogs twice and beeps 3 times. Your shade's limits are now set. At some point, you may want to adjust or change your shade's upper and/or lower limits. To delete the existing upper limit, press and hold the up and stop buttons until the shade jogs and beeps once. Then position your shade with the up and down buttons to your new desired upper limit and press and hold the up and stop buttons again until the shade jogs twice and beeps 3 times. Your new upper limit has been set. To adjust your shade's lower limit, delete the lower limit by pressing and holding down and stop until the shade jogs and beeps once. Then find a new lower limit and press and hold down and stop until the shade jogs twice and beeps 3 times. Your new lower limit has been set. You have the option of setting a favorite position. If you like, you can set your shade to automatically go to a position of your choice. Position the shade where you would like your preferred position to be using the up and down buttons. Flip the remote over and remove the battery cover on the bottom back of your remote. You may need to remove a tiny screw to get the cover off. You'll see 2 P2 buttons, one on each side of the round battery. Press and hold one of the P2 buttons until the shade jogs and beeps once. Flip the remote over and press the stop button for 1 jog and 1 beep. Then press it a second time for 2 jogs and 3 beeps. Your favorite position is now set. To use your favorite position, firmly press and release the stop button, and your shade will automatically go to and stop at your favorite position of choice. To delete a favorite position, make sure the correct channel is selected. Then flip the remote over and remove the battery cover. Firmly press one of the P2 buttons on either side of the round battery until the shade jogs and beeps. Flip the remote around and press the stop button for another jog and beep. Then press the stop button again for one jog and one long beep. The favorite position has now been deleted, and you can set a new one if you prefer. You also have the option of adjusting the motor speed. There are 3 motor speeds: slow, medium, and fast. Flip the remote over and remove the battery cover. Firmly press one of the P2 buttons on either side of the round battery until the shade jogs and beeps. Turn the remote over to the front. To increase speed, press the up button once. Shade will jog and beep once. To increase speed more, press the up button again for another jog and beep. If you press the up button and get no response, it means it's at maximum speed. To decrease motor speed, flip the remote over and press and hold the P2 button until the shade jogs and beeps. Then repeat the process to decrease motor speed using the down button. If you want to reset your remote to the original factory settings, you can easily do so. This will erase all pairing, preset limits, motor speeds, and favorite positions. You will likely only need to do this if the shade is not working properly, or if you cannot identify what state the motor is in. Press and hold the P1 button on the motor head for about 14 seconds. During this time, the shade will slowly jog 4 times. One jog at a time, followed by a brief pause. Count off 1, 2, 3, 4, and then beep 4 times, indicating that everything is reset to the original factory settings. You will need to repair the remote to the motor and then reset the shade's upper and lower limits. You can also readjust the motor speed and reset a favorite position as desired. You did it! You now know how to program and operate your motorized shades. If you have any questions or need more help programming your remote, refer to the installation instructions on our website, or just give us a call. We're here to help.